According to a weekly intelligence briefing by the Department of Homeland Security's Federal Protective Services, white supremacists here in the United States have been actively talking about using the coronavirus as some kind of biological weapon to attack both law enforcement officers and minorities here in the United States. These messages were actually uncovered on an app called Telegram, which the Department of Homeland Security says is what a lot of these white supremacists use. They've been talking about the possibility of spitting on elevator buttons, going out in crowded places if you know you have the virus, and trying to cough on people, leaving saliva of infected people on door handles outside of police stations and FBI offices. These are all tactics that white supremacists have talked about doing in the last couple weeks. They have said, according to this briefing, that they have a, quote, obligation to infect as many people as possible if any one of them comes down with the coronavirus. It's time for the government to stop dancing around these fools. It's time for them to treat them like domestic terrorists. And I know the FBI has, tried to classify parts of white supremacy as domestic terrorist organizations, but it has not gone far enough. You know who these people are. You 100% know who these people are. You have their IP addresses. You have their names and phone numbers and home addresses from this information. And you're just sitting there letting them talk about this, letting them do these things, letting them spread conspiracy theories among themselves that your own agency admits leads to violence against minorities. You know what these people want to do, you know what these people have done, and you're sitting there doing absolutely nothing about it. And part of that is not necessarily law enforcement officers' fault. Part of it is Donald Trump's fault, because he has slashed the agencies that are in charge of dealing with domestic terrorism here in the United States. He's cut their budgets. They've had to reduce their staffing. So we don't even have the resources in this country to deal with these psychopaths anymore. And folks, that is exactly what they are. They view the coronavirus as a tool to cleanse this country of their perceived enemies. And most of their perceived enemies happen to be people of color here in the United States. These people are terrorists. And it's time that we make sure, anytime we talk about them, that is exactly what we refer to them as. One of today's video sponsors is Skillshare. And right now, Skillshare has a very special offer for our Ring of Fire viewers. The first 500 people to click on the link at the top of the video description below are going to receive 2 months free Skillshare Premium membership. The first 500 only, so make sure you click that link and sign up today. If you're not familiar with Skillshare, it's an online learning community. They offer thousands of different classes in dozens of different areas. You can learn anything from video editing, photography, or even things that could benefit you in your personal life, productivity, arts and crafts, all kinds of things that you may have always thought about wanting to learn, but never had the time to do it. And Skillshare offers you exactly that. These are classes tailored around your schedule. You don't have to worry about meeting deadlines or being in a certain place at a certain time. Skillshare works for you. And that is what is so great about this. I'm currently taking a class about iPhone filmmaking so that I can make better short films for my Twitter, my Instagram, and every other social media account here through Ring of Fire. So whether you're wanting to learn a new skill to maybe help out around your office, or maybe you want to learn a new skill just because it's something you've been dying to learn how to do, I promise you, Skillshare has exactly what you're looking for. And again, click the link at the top of the video description below, and the first 500 people to do so and sign up are going to receive a 2-month free trial of Skillshare Premium.